Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Phil and Candace, and we have another ReZero review from Season 2, and it's episode 33, episode 8 of Season 2, and it's called The Value of Life, and it was another good episode for me. The one before was Friends, and it wasn't too much that happened.
It's just basically about Otto.
Yeah, it was Subaru getting captured by Garfield and being contained for 3 days, and then Otto rescues him at the very end, and then this is where this episode starts off. So they're escaping, and they're like the whole summary of the episode. They're trying to escape out of the sanctuary and meet up with Frederica at the mansion and try to save everybody there. So that's what the whole goal of it. But then it gets derailed really quickly because as they're trying to leave, Garfield interrupts them, and then this is where all the action just starts for us. So what did you think? Did you like it overall?
Well, don't forget the part that Subaru talked to Roswell in the important conversation that went on before he left. But I like this episode. I like we'll talk about it later, but I mainly like the part when Subaru talked to Echidna. I think that's the most interesting part of this episode.
I think so too. I think they had a really good build up, and then it was a good conclusion at the very end, because this is something that has been weighing on him since season 1. This him not being able to talk to anyone. It feels like he's alone.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. But anyway, to get started, we're gonna start where Subaru was talking to Roswell. And then him confronting Roswell about Beatrice. Asking him if anybody would know, it would be Roswell. So is Beatrice part of the cult, the witches cult? Because if she is, then it makes her the enemy. And then obviously it's painful for Subaru to say that, because you know how Beatrice been one of the the family, quote unquote family, in the mansion when he stayed there for quite some time. And so, but Roswell said that she wasn't. So even though Beatrice was referring to the book,
the gospel,
which is the gospel is what the fingers or what's his name?
Just the witches cult members have.
Yeah, and then I remember that time when Beatrice asked Subaru if what's his name?
Geese.
Betelgeuse. If Betelgeuse, whatever, is dead, you know how we mentioned before, it seems like she's very concerned about him. And then so that kind of I don't know, they want us to think that Beatrice is part of the cult, but apparently she's not, and she just refers to the book as the gospel because there's no other name for it. And apparently the book, there's only 2 copies of it.
Yeah, the one she has. And it's called, he said it was the Tome of Wisdom. It's the closest thing to that.
Yeah. That's the closest thing to the Tome of Wisdom, and apparently...
So the closest thing he could refer it to as is the Tome of Wisdom. He said there's only 2, like you said. And then I also noticed, too, on her gospel she was talking about, hers seemed a lot bigger than the ones that the fingers had. And theirs seemed kind of small. That's just something I noticed. I don't know if it's anything important.
Oh, like a pocket book.
Yeah, and hers seemed kind of more large.
A Bible-looking book.
Yeah. But anyway, and then you could tell Subaru was reluctant to ask the question. He was kind of there's pain in his eyes when he was finding out the answer of what was going to happen. But of course, Roswell says she's not a member of the cult, and then he's like, she's someone you can trust. And He again repeated the same thing that Ram told us earlier. Roswell said to ask the question, right? This was the phrase. And then Beatrice will just completely, transform and she'll just completely change after that. And then Subaru I guess he read it in his face that he was thinking it's not enough, just that one statement. And then he said, if that's not enough for you, just say, I am the person, or I am that person. And then...
So what did you think about that? What do you think that meant? So it's
Yeah, because he said it was part of a contract, right?
Yeah, but what did you think? why? Like,
I really don't know. She's probably had a... What I'm thinking is that she has a contract with whoever owned... Or either whether it's Roswell or someone else that owned the mansion before, and she's been there a long time. And then when some specific person's supposed to be there, she's supposed to defend it, or I don't know. I have no idea. What do you think about it?
Yeah, because remember Beatrice mentioned before that she's only protecting or doing stuff for Subaru because it says in the gospel, or her gospel, whatever it was in her book.
Yeah. And
so it makes me think that Roswell is setting up a conversation for both Beatrice and Roswell wants Subaru to respond the right way for Beatrice to act a certain way.
Okay.
And so when the time comes that Subaru asks Beatrice of the question, what was the question again? Like,
wait, which one? I am that person, or
no, the question.
Roswell told me to ask the question. Or Roswell said to ask the question.
Yeah, so Roswell said to ask the question, and so I'm assuming that whatever Beatrice responds to that, and so I'm assuming Beatrice will ask a question, and we're gonna find out in the next episode. And so when Beatrice asks that question, Subaru will respond, "I am the person."
Oh, okay.
And so that makes...
Yeah, you're right. I got confused. Okay.
So I feel like that's what Roswell was trying to do, is set up a kind of like a scripted conversation. Obviously, Subaru wouldn't know what to respond, and so Roswell went ahead and told Subaru the exact words that he needs to say
to get the right response from Beatrice.
For something to happen, I guess whatever Subaru wants to happen. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that's what it is.
I think you're right. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, so I feel like whatever it is, Beatrice needs to do it because of Subaru.
Yeah, and apparently it's part of the contract too that she has. Okay.
And so,
but that was it with Roswell, right? That's all that happened.
Pretty much.
And then the next part of it is him trying to leave the sanctuary, and he's with Otto and Ram and Patrush, and they're supposed to leave, just him and Otto. And then Ram, of course, he wants Ram there to help with the fighting in case it gets bad over there at the mansion. Mm-hmm. And then as they're discussing that, Garfield shows up, and he's like, "You're not going anywhere." And then they're trying to talk him out of it. And of course, Ram, I don't know what her deal is, but she's always antagonizing people. Like, did you hear her like calling him dumb? Well, it was like you might be too stupid to understand that. I know, but is she like even like in this situation? Why would she do that? That's what I'm saying.
That's her character. That's how she is.
It was just frustrating. I was like, why are you gonna be mean to him right now?
That's how she is.
I would think. I thought she would try to manipulate him in a way, but no. She was just herself. But he said something about this. His phrase was like I can't remember what it was. The one that's like all out attack, surrender, or it's all out attack.
It's like either you run away or you escape, or you try to run away, or you go for an all-out attack.
I'm gonna play it so you can... Yeah, so apparently it was a trader or like a merchant that had just attacked a city and like completely destroyed it. So the thing is, it's either surrender or you're gonna receive an all-out attack from him. And the way that, like, the words that Garfield said is like something in their world that he wasn't aware of. So Otto and Ram were really, like, they got defensive right away. Like, they knew what was gonna happen, and of course they chose the opposite. They're just gonna try to deal with it. Otto and Subaru just got on Patrush and they were running, and then Ram was left fighting Garfield for a little bit. And then we see as they're leaving, all these lights start showing up, and Otto planned ahead of time with the citizens of Arlen, and they're helping, I guess, Subaru and Otto find the way out, which was kind of weird. It's kind of weaving through the forest, which was huge. I didn't realize it was that big. And as they're getting towards, I guess, the stopping point, they get attacked by Garfield, and they find out he has his own transformation, just like Frederica, but his is like a huge, like almost humanoid tiger. What'd you think?
Yeah.
Like he was huge, like he was a monster almost.
Yeah, basically really big tiger, and just looks like to me like pure physical power.
Yeah, and then they were running away, and Subaru got knocked back with Otto, and then he's just Garfield's walking slowly and just hitting all the citizens and killing them as they're trying to protect Subaru, and you can tell like they actually do care about him, there's something, like he's someone special to them, all the citizens, and for their town, and everyone's just trying to protect him, and he actually tried to go up to like offer himself up to Garfield, and then Otto pushed him out of the way, and Otto got killed at that.
But it's what makes me think all the time, like whenever he says if anybody's gonna die, they need to kill him instead of the people around him, but it's like every time he says that, I just think in my head, like, why? Like, if you die, then all of this is gonna be. I mean, he knows this. Like, it's gonna be all over. Like, he's gonna have to start all over again.
Well, I feel like at a certain point, he's just like, it's not worth it to continue this life. Like, you might as well just start over. Everyone's dying.
Yeah, but my thing is, if he really wanted to do it, just literally just he can kill himself and just do it. Like.
I guess it's not easy though.
Yeah, I know, like, it's not easy.
I know he's traumatized from it.
Yeah, I get that part, but then again, it's like I know that he really wants to save everybody, but at the same time, if I don't know, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like he could like bite his tongue or something, but he's just gonna suffer through it, right? He doesn't die immediately.
But the way he sounds, it's like he prefers that to happen to protect the people around him. And so if you really wanted to do that, then he might as well just, just go ahead and get himself killed.
That's what he was trying to do. That's why he just went up to Garfield. Because Garfield could kill him right away, and he wouldn't even know he died, right?
Yeah.
That's the way I understand it whenever he's doing it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, well. But anyway, but anyway, y'all get my point.
But anyway, and then the other sad part during the episode, Patras tries to save him too, and then Patras gets killed. That was sad. Like that was sadder. She threw him back.
I was mostly sad about Patras and
I hate when the animals die.
Anything else?
Yeah, in the shows. And then after that, he just passes out, and he wakes up in the sanctuary prison where he was getting held at, and he walks out, and it's wintertime, and then he's just trying to understand. He goes to the sanctuary village, and he's looking through all the houses, and it's all empty. He goes to the main house where Roswell was, and that's empty.
What did you think about that?
Months had probably passed, and I don't know. I don't understand why he was just now waking up.
And what I thought of,
what'd you think,
is possibly the second trial. I don't know why, but he woke up in the same place where I guess he got transported to, I don't know, that ruins, and then that hallway. But part of me makes me think, is this second trial, for some reason?
I don't think so.
But I don't know, it just, okay, most probably not. I'm probably just saying stuff here, but it just seems odd that he woke up.
I don't think so, because there wasn't any light or anything.
So, I mean, where was he?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just weird where he woke up and then came out of that hallway, and then when he came out,
he was in the ruins where they did the trial.
Yeah, right. And so I was wondering, could that be the second trial? And so that's what I was wondering.
I don't think so, because there wasn't the light where it activates the trial.
Yeah, but no, anyway, but so he came out, and then it was winter, and it was the rabbits that, And it reminded me where, what's her name? Emilia's, where she came from. And then all the rabbits. I don't know, just, it makes me think that that's Emilia's world.
I don't think so. He was in the sanctuary for sure. That's why I was confused, because you saw on the side of their legs, they had the little symbol. So they were mob beasts. They weren't just monsters.
I don't know.
So that means something happened in the sanctuary in that time where he was unconscious. Because they all had the little symbol on their legs, the little glowing rune or whatever it is. So somebody must have attacked the sanctuary in those months where he was unconscious.
I don't know. Anyway, but I might need to go back and look into it again. But it's whatever. It's just got me thinking a little bit.
Okay, so then we get one of the most terrible deaths in the season, or actually the whole show. So those little rabbits we were talking about, they had a little horn, and then he tries to get close to it, and then it just bites his hand off, and these other ones bite his legs off.
So they just basically ate him.
Yeah, they ate him alive. It was terrible. The way they were showing it, they were going inside his body and eating him too. Yeah, it was awful. And then that was a slow death for him. And then he wakes up back in the sanctuary, like you said, where he's with Amelia. So he just restarted at his main checkpoint, and then I guess he was freaking out from being back.
I guess so, but what I was thinking, how did he earn to see Echidna again? Because that happened in the first trial. He was able to see Echidna. And so that's what's making me think.
It was before the trial, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's right, when he got transported. And yeah, okay. I'm getting a little confused here.
I don't know what activated it, though. That's a good question. How did he earn the right to go back to see her?
Because that's what Echidna said. I usually don't invite the same person twice.
Did she just choose to invite him?
It's like he earned it.
Well, that's what it said. You earned the right to go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I have no idea how he got it.
Okay,
because he was just banging his head on the floor.
Well, I mean, yeah, but okay. So he saw Echidna again, and then it was the whole a different conversation. I guess it's weird because prior to that he was just in distress and just aggravated and just mad and in pain and hurt. And then when he got to Echidna's place, he's very calm. Mm-hmm. He said it feels so creepy, feeling calm like this. Yeah,
and it's because of the tea he drank last time. It's containing the sloth
factor, whatever.
We still don't know what exactly that is, but he's asking her as he gets close to her. He's like, "Can I still remember you? Is there any way? I'll do anything as long as I can still remember you." And then she ends up agreeing to it, and then she wants him to tell him what's going on. And then he's like, try to say it. And then he can finally tell someone that he can return by death. And he was just saying it over and over and over because...
Oh, wait, hold on. Can we go back, to the part where he said, he was kind of what do you call it? Overpowering Echidna in a way where he's wanting her to... agree to letting him remember her. And it's that kind of tells me that Echidna seems like the type of character that likes or if somebody overpowers her, she tends to respect them more. Mm-hmm. It's kind of subdue to them. It's kind of what I'm thinking about Echidna. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I just thought of that. I thought it was weird.
Why is it weird?
No, it's just weird because, she's a witch and she's supposed to be, this intimidating. But if somebody intimidates her, it's she backs down a little bit. Mm. I don't know if you noticed that. No? Okay.
Well, I just thought it was her personality.
Okay.
Well, I see what you mean. She's not used to anyone being like that because she's the most powerful.
Probably. Or, I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe, nobody had done that to her before.
Yeah, I doubt it. They're probably just too afraid, right?
But anyway, okay. So what we were saying.
So he's telling her that he can return by death, and he starts crying because he hasn't been able to tell anyone or share that with anybody. Yeah. And then she's like starts comforting him. He's like, I know. And then apparently she's been able to see all the lives that he's gone through, or everything that he's gone through. But she said she's only been able to see, and she wants him to tell her how it feels and what he felt and all the weight he's carried. Mm-hmm. Because the reason is she's the witch of greed and she wants to know everything.
Yeah.
So do you think that's her main reason? Just that's the only reason that she wants to know about Subaru? Or do you think she actually has some kind of feeling for him?
No, I don't think she has some kind of feeling for him.
She just wants to know.
Well, it's like maybe in the middle, like part of it, like she just wants to know.
Curious.
Yeah, and at the same time, I don't know. I think it's in the middle. Like, I don't think it's like either she just want to know or she has feelings for him. I don't.
Just so curiosity.
I feel like it's in the middle.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah, and I feel like she hasn't talked to anybody in a long time. I feel like she's been trapped in the witch's graveyard for a long time. Don't you get that feeling?
Maybe.
And she's just been able to watch. But that was the whole episode. Overall, it was one of the best ones this season so far. You didn't think so?
It's just funny how you say that every episode.
Well, yeah, they just get better and better. This is last one wasn't that great. The friend one. That's the one it was like nothing too crazy happened. It was good. Just like
it was just getting us prepared for when they kill Otto, basically.
Yeah, they just wanted us to care about him. But hopefully, he is restarted and we get some more information next episode. We'll see. But thank y'all for sticking around and watching and listening. And we will see y'all next time.
Peace out.